Third time's the charm. So my friend contacted me on Facebook last night, and he said, "By the way, there's a lot on Facebook buy and sell in the Hamilton Burlington area, and it's for $50, and it's got a lot of classic space in it because he's a classic space fan, and I'm a classic space fan." And I went there on the Facebook buy and sell, and he sent me a link, and I went there, and I texted the person who was selling the stuff, and she got back to me saying it hasn't been sold yet, and I said I'll pick it up whenever you want me to pick it up. So I went there to her house after work today with $50 in my hand, and I picked up this lot. Now, this lot was very nicely sorted in her collection. She had it in two cardboard boxes, but in a lot of different containers, Tupperwares and other containers. And I decided when I got home that I was going to wash it. So, of course, I dumped all the containers into the sink like I always do, and I gave everything a thorough wash. And I changed my washing a little bit today. I put a little bit of bleach in there, almost hot water where I couldn't touch it with my hands, and bleach, a little bit of bleach, and Tide. And then I mixed it all up, and I let it sit for an hour and a half in the sink. That's why I didn't put a lot of bleach in there, because bleach will wreck the Lego if you leave it sitting. But so I left it for an hour and a half, and then I drained it, and I rinsed it 3 or 4 times with warm water. Then I took it out, and of course, then I put it on a towel like I always do to let it dry for a few days. But I decided while I was letting it dry that I was going to do some quick sorting and find out exactly what was in this set and then what caught my friend's eye and what caught my eye, of course, with the classic space, because you have some trans yellow and some wing bricks, wing plates, I mean, and a lot of figs. And but there were other things too. There was old gray track. And I can't remember the set number for this. I never owned it. I know I don't own this door with blue and yellow. I think it's 7721 or something. I will find out, and I'll put it together to see if it's all there. But the other thing that was really intriguing was all these classic castle panels, which I adore. I used to have lots of castle sets when I was growing up. I bought them myself, but I went in the space instead. But castle was always in the background for me, and I keep on finding castle. And 6 horses over there, and a lot of castle figs there, along with space figs and some town figs, obviously. Some base plates over there. What's really interesting is that this train, these wheels don't come off. So this is the one solid piece of wheels. And the other thing that was really interesting was the magnets. They have these little pins in the bottom. So this is really, a niche date for Lego, because they got rid of these pins in the 80s, I think. This is the automatic coupler separator when you are on a 12 volt or a 4.5 volt layout. No battery boxes anywhere in this. It's kind of disappointing, but that's fine. What's also interesting is I was trying to peg the era of these Legos. So you got the big figs that were in the 70s, early 70s into mid 70s, and you got the minifigs, and there's even some light and sound over there. So there's a 2x8 and a 2x4 and a light brick. I think maybe that little robot that had the two guys sitting in front of it. I don't think it's anything bigger than that because that's all there is. There's no battery box. There's no 9-volt battery box in here at all, which is fine because I have enough to replace that. But I was trying to think. So I'm thinking this collection is from mid 70s. Again, from the little family there of big figs, to early 90s, because it does have Blacktron and it does have Light and Sound. But Light and Sound did come out sort of with Futuron and just a little after Futuron. So maybe very early 90s, because it does have Blacktron. And so this thing also came with instructions. And I saw this guy. And it's got this guy here, so and I only found one so far, but maybe the other one's there. I never bought this one when I was off the store shelf when I was younger. I think it came out the year after the other Blacktron 1 stuff came out, and I said it just doesn't fit. It doesn't seem to fit into with the rest of them. The Renegade and the Bat Rax and the other guy and the Message Intercept base. And I said I'm not interested in buying that guy, but I do remember buying this guy at Zellers at Fiesta Mall. So I got him again, and I know that he's in there because I've seen the winch, and also the first thing I noticed even from the pictures from the buy and sell was that the Robot Command Center was in there, and there's the directions. And so I said, hey, the Robot Command Center. No, it looks like the directions are empty. Yep, this goes from 123 to 28. So, but I already have another copy somewhere else. But this is the interesting one, and I'm going to try to put him together. I never built this. I don't think I own this one. I probably have the pieces now, but I never built this guy. And with all those panels there, I'm thinking and all the gray that's in there, that I probably can do a pretty good shot at building that whole thing. And I'm going to give it my best shot. And in the idea book, this is not the best. I think it's the 600 idea book. This is the one that came after in 250 because it has newer pieces in it than the 600. It has light and sound pieces, and not Futuron, but Classic Space. That was after the 3-digit Classic Space. So I'm going to give it my best shot to rebuild all the sets that I can see in here, and see how far I get, and see how much I have to get into my collection to finish it. Now, these are the only wing plates that I could find so far for the gray and black. There's some blue wing plates over there, and I'm trying to figure out what set or sets they belong to. Now, of course, you can go into Bricklink and you can say, hey, how many sets did this guy come in? And he came in a few. So I originally thought Gamma 5 because I saw this piece, and then I saw a trans yellow antenna right there. And I said, well, that's the Gamma 5, but the Gamma 5 has this in gray, not blue. So I'll figure it out. But again, you can see the Robot Command Center. It's got all these guys in there, and it's got this and there and these guys. So that's all Robot Command Center. It's got the panels, even the upside down panel there. Always nice to have. The panels are mint, basically. The arrows, a little damage there, but even the logo, look, is gold. Like, it's very, very nice. But the minifigs are beat up. Found that out. So this is my best guess now, that whoever the mom that I bought this off of, I would say was slightly younger than my mom. Possibly had a kid that's 5 or 6 years younger than me. Had a kid that's 5 or 6 years younger than me, and so they got these sets for Christmas and whatever, back in the late 70s and early 80s, and they played with it, and they probably built all the sets just like I did, except they'd be like 5 or 6 or 8 years younger than me, and then they grew up and they had kids or nephews and nieces that would come over and play with Lego, because when I got this collection, there was just rainbow builds. Like, people just, like, kids just 5-year-olds just stacking bricks on top of bricks. Like, there was no cohesion to it, and that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to fault them for that. But so the bricks are very, very well maintained. And so the original owner, probably like somebody like me, a fan of Lego, and took care of the bricks and the minifigs. But the nephews and nieces and maybe the grandkids after that just decimated the minifigs. And the minifigs, I mean, there's an example in here, if I can find it. There it is. It's just sad. Like, that is just beat the crap, and that's fine. It's not fine, but it's what happens. And most of the helmets, space helmets, are broken, just like Benny. I mean, that's when you see the Lego movie and you see Benny with a broken helmet strap. It's legit. Although I never had a blue broken helmet strap. I've had white and black. White and red broken helmet straps. Oh, and this is one thing I thought was really cool, and I haven't seen this in forever, especially not trans. Yellow 1x1 round plates on a sprue. That never happened. So that was in here. So that's kind of neat. Anyway, I'm going to spend some time building these sets when it all dries. I'm going to see how far I get. I'm going to build the train for sure, and I'm definitely going to try to build that castle, because that's really cool. And I'm definitely going to build the Robot Command Center. I don't know if I'm going to build the Blacktron thing. I might try, but we'll see. But I'm going to try to build all the sets that I can see in here. Again, this just tells me it's the Gamma 5, but maybe not. We'll see. I'll figure it out. I'm going to do my sorting when all the stuff's dry. Here's an arrow that goes over there. So the arrow prints and the control panel prints, all very cool. Oh, 7710. So that's the train, 7710. I can look that up really, really quickly, and I can build that and see how that, again, when it's dry. This is from the helicopter, obviously from the helicopter. And I might put that one together too, because it was one of my favorite sets growing up, but I remember buying it. But anyway, so there you go. That's the collection we bought for $50. Thank you to my friend who pointed me in the right direction. I hope you liked the video. I had to get something up online. I haven't done anything in a while when it comes to my Lego collection. And I hope everybody's healthy and happy and safe. I know that this crisis is getting a little unbearable for everybody, but hang in there, or we can do everything virtually. You guys can call me, contact me, reply to this YouTube video, and we can have nice chats just to know that we're all still alive and happy. And one thing I do want to point out is I really love when my friends, and the only people watching these videos are my friends. So that's good. As I said, my friend contacted me out of the blue. He says, "Hey, Dave, by the way, there's a lot for sale in Burlington for $50, and I live too far away to go pick it up. You should go look at that." And I said, "That's fantastic. Thank you for letting me know. That's very sweet of him." And so if you guys come across something on Kijiji or eBay or whatever that, hey, Dave, you might be interested in this, just drop me a line. This is my zone for Lego, as my happiest zone from mid 70s to early 90s, because this is my childhood / teenage years / and almost into my 20s. This is where I won't say quote unquote stuck, because I love the new stuff too. But this is where I find my most happy. I like building the space. I like the castle stuff. I like the fancy new parts, but none of this is the fancy new parts. This is all the basic colors: the black, white, red, blue, and yellow, and gray. Lots of gray, lots of old gray. No blay, no dark blay. It's all gray. There's no lime green. There's no brown. Hardly any brown. What I did find it again. Trans red, and then this guy. Look at that. I remember that. It's not the trans clear, but this is the one of the mini figs for the castles. The guys are pretty faded. Anyway, I was going to wrap this up. We'll wrap it up. Guys, stay safe, stay healthy. Call me, contact me, drop me a line on YouTube, and I'll talk to you guys later. Stay safe. Bye.